fans. ASMR Sports back in your business. It's been 6 months since my last. Oh wait a minute. It has been a while, folks, since I have done a video. Boy, I tell you what, I feel like I don't have as much time as I need to live my life. And yeah, I don't know. I find every night, when normally, like at the time I would record, I'm just like tired, so I'll go to bed early, or I'll just have too much going on to kind of focus on a task like slowing down and recording a video. But I do have a strangely large amount of content kind of backed up to do videos of, so if I can somehow muster some time, I will hopefully crank some videos out. Well, alright, so there's my apology. You know, I've been getting comments lately kind of sort of saying, oh, well, you're doing some different stuff. You should just open, modern sports cards like you used to do all the time. And I've addressed this a few times in the past. I don't know, a dozen or so videos, but my interest in spending, $100, $200, $300, $400 on a box of cards to open on a video is very, very low right now, given just sort of the, I don't know, mix of products out there, and my current kind of personal collecting interests. So I would not imagine I will be doing a lot of videos of the sort that I'm going to do today, where I have a hobby box that is $100+ box, and that I am willing to sacrifice to the YouTube gods to make a video. And if that bothers you, I certainly understand, but it is what it is. And if you post a comment saying you should open hobby boxes all the time on your videos, I will probably ignore it or post something snarky in response. So but today is an exception, because I did get a box of this Prospect Edition 2024 product from my distributor, and I felt like, this seems kind of interesting. So this is a new product that just came out, like, I don't know, a month or so ago. And I'm not quite sure what sort of, hole or niche this product fills in the Panini lineup these days. I mean, as you may know, if you follow kind of Panini baseball products, they basically lost their ability to put anybody but prospects or like retired baseball players in their products. Before, they were doing current players, but they had to airbrush uniforms. So just about all of their products now will feature prospects, minor leaguers in them, and that sort of begs the question, well, why did they need a new product then to focus on prospects? And folks, I have no answer to that. I'm not really sure, but I was curious enough to see what this product looks like, what kind of stuff comes out of this box, that I'm willing to sacrifice $100 or so to the task. I did notice that there are Kaboom inserts in here, and typically Kaboom inserts are very desirable, particularly like in football. But they're usually like inserts that appear in, you know, only one Panini product each year, and it can be different each year. So I was interested in this box partially because I thought it would be fun to search for a Kaboom. But also just, I don't know, 6 autos, you know, per box is nice. I mean, Panini makes a bunch of products like Elite Extra Edition that is basically just nothing but, you know, prospects, minor leaguers, sometimes college players. They also make like Prism Draft Baseball, which is similarly filled all with prospects. So there's 2 products there that would seem to have the same kind of focus as this product, and you know, I don't think those things sell particularly well. Generally speaking, most Panini baseball products can be pretty easily obtained from distribution, whereas like football and basketball is still quite tough to get any significant quantity of, unless you're a, you know, a shop that's been around for a long time and you've been ordering from your distributor for many years in large quantities. So yeah, again, I'm struggling a bit to figure out why this product was something that Panini seemed interested in making, but perhaps the answers lie within. Alright, let's get to it. Brandon Sprout. So, prospect ticket, interesting. So the reference of a ticket in the ticket design is very much a Panini Contenders type of thing. And I was just trying to think, where does like Contenders? I think, oh yeah, I think they make Contenders Draft for baseball and also for football. Or I'm sorry, for basketball. So they're sort of borrowing a page from the Contenders, but I don't think they are not making Contenders anymore. So, you know, so while they're all saying ticket on the prospect ticket, there's our first kind of non-base card. It's like our base refractor or prism. Parker Smith. We got 3 pitchers so far, folks. If that's not a bad omen, I don't know what is. Here's our first insert. Rintaro Sasaki. Kind of a interesting looking card there. Alright, we finally got a numbered card. I should say finally. It's like 5 cards in, but number 2, 199, we got Bryce Matthews. And I'm not familiar with a lot of the names, the top names in here, just because I haven't been following sort of the, you know, baseball drafts of the last couple of years, primarily because, you know, I got priced out of the Bowman products, where normally I'd be buying a lot of those, and therefore tracking who the good names in those products are, but I just, you know, am not willing to buy Bowman products for the prices that they go for these days. It's like insane how much they got. I mean, hobby boxes cost like, you know, $300, and you get like a $4 auto in it, and those hobby boxes are going to be selling for like $100 in 2 years. I mean, it's a very different world than when I started buying Bowman stuff in like 2017. Alright, so Bryce Matthews, our first numbered card, and then we have our first auto, and it's not a pitcher, so that's good, and it is a parallel, I believe. I don't see numbering on here. It is a sticker auto. We got Tyson Lewis for the Reds. Alright, so it is numbered on the back to 99. And we'll read a little bit about Tyson Lewis since we have a nice auto of him now. It was going to be tough for Lewis to top the spring of 2024 when he batted .496. Still 31 bases to lead. Millard West High School, Omaha, Nebraska, to a Class A state title. Challenge accepted, celebrating another major milestone that summer. The do-it-all infielder joined the professional ranks when the Cincinnati draft in the 2nd round. So, 31 bases to lead. Millard West High School, Omaha, Nebraska, to a Class A state title. Challenge accepted, celebrating another major milestone that summer. The do-it-all infielder joined the professional ranks in the second round. So, not a first rounder, but obviously very young if he's getting drafted out of high school, so, you know, conceivably a potentially neat card. You Reds fans will have to tell me if that guy is a promising prospect or not. There we have Yanquiel Fernandez base, and Kalen Culpepper for Minnesota. Okay, so there you go. One pack. We got one numbered card of a non-pitcher and an auto numbered of a non-pitcher. So I'd say that's a success for the first pack. Well, I'm recording this on Sunday, March 23rd, and I hope to get it posted here this evening, but I'll have to kind of move quickly to do that because I don't want to be up all night. And I just returned home from a trip to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I went to a couple of card shows. One was just about all sports, and one was just about all Pokemon. And for the sports stuff, I'll talk about the Pokemon stuff on my other channel, Poke Relaxing. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in Pokemon content or would like to learn more about Pokemon generally. That's a good channel. But I'm not going to talk about that stuff here. But for the sports stuff, I have to say, you know, I pretty much breezed past most of the tables because primarily what I'm interested in sports cards is sealed, as you may know. And in particular, the main thing I look for at a sports card show these days is, like, you know, anything sort of older, sealed, like junk wax era and before. And there was just about none of that. There was one table that had some, like, kind of cool football stuff, like 89 Topps football, but they were charging $5 a pack. I think those boxes of 89 Topps football go for about, like, $90. So that should be, like, less than $3 a pack. And honestly, if they were just priced at market, I would probably have bought, you know, 10 of them and opened them up for fun. But boy, $5 a pack is like nuts. There's Caminiti. Pretty sure he's related to Ken Caminiti of Astros fame. Doesn't say there. Alright, should be getting some stuff now. Yep. Chase Burns prepping for the pros, number 299 there. Very cool, and I think maybe we'll have our auto, yeah, and another parallel auto. I'm kind of wondering if there maybe aren't any base autos. You know, if everything is colored at least, because this one is also that sort of red color. The one was kind of like an X-Fractor prism pattern. This is number 199, and I thought that the other one was number 299, so yeah, that makes sense that they're different because they are different parallels. We got a red here, which maybe that's the sort of lowest level auto. We'll find out. And then this is the kind of X-Fractor pattern on there. I don't know what they call it in Panini Land, but I did notice that this has the rookie card logo, so I don't know if that means he's made an appearance or something in the bigs, but this one does not have it, and of course he's in high school in 2024, as we saw in the back there, so clearly he will not be in the bigs for a while, but anyways, there we go. So, the tale of two autograph parallels from Panini Prospect Edition. A couple more base cards calling Hoke. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. I feel like these base cards are, I don't know, these are feeling like just a rip-off of the Contenders sort of idea and design and sort of feel. And they're kind of noisy. You know, I mean, they got like all these numbers and, you know, different wording and stuff all over. It's not my favorite. I would prefer a very simple design. You know, where the photo really is the primary thing. So I'm not a fan of the design. I was hoping for something a little more kind of Chase Dollander, Gino Groover. Just looks like a, not a prism, but just a chrome, I guess, variant. Hagen Smith domination insert. Should have, nope, that was gonna be no. Rintaro Sasaki number 2, $2.99. I'll just probably sleeve up everything. Okay, so this does answer the question, are there just, you know, non-parallel autos? And apparently there are, and this is one of them, so I think this will not be numbered. Yeah, so not numbered at all. Into pitcher Andrew Walters. So I'm always happy, you know, if the most base auto in a box of cards is a pitcher, since then I didn't waste any of my nice parallel action on a pitcher. I got, you know, hitters, and that's what we've seen so far, so that's good. I mean, I don't think you could extrapolate anything from the experience I have with this one little box here, but just for my own personal, you know, purposes, I'm happy with the dispersion of autographs onto parallel versus non-parallel cards in this box so far. But we have got 3 more autos to go, so maybe bad things will happen. If anybody's interested in this stuff, I think I got like maybe like 5 boxes of this, so I'm happy to, you know, put my other ones up for sale at less than what they're selling for elsewhere. Alright, so this is a cool one. I feel like Roderick Arias is not in the Yankees organization anymore. This does say New York, but he once upon a time was a really good, you know, international pick, or international signing of the Yankees. I remember stuff was pretty hot out of the gate, you know, in Bowman products, but I feel like I heard that he got traded. I might be hallucinating, but this should be numbered, yeah, number 299. So if I'm wrong and he's still with the Yankees, which I don't think is the case, then, you know, I'm happy to have that card, but otherwise probably not nearly as valuable as it would have been a couple years ago when he was still in the Yankees organization. Alright, so we got another auto, and boy, I might have jinxed us, you guys, by talking about how I don't want parallels of pitcher autos. If I can only have a limited number of, you know, parallels in a box. But here we've got Braylon Doty, pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians, and it is purple, so it's going to be number 2 something. I don't know, 299 maybe, 125. Okay. So yeah, I guess it is what it is. You're going to get some pitcher autos, and that's all there is to it. Nolan Shenwell. J+. Okay, we got 2 autos left. Let's hope they're position players, folks. Oh, we got some kind of, yeah, die cut. Alright, Hurston Waldrop. It's our first base card. Christian Knapczyk. And there's that die cut card. It's our LP Langevin refractor slash prism. So that's, wow, it's number 35. I wish that was a better player, or at least a position player, I should say. Maybe he's a good pitcher, but we got Slade Caldwell Ping insert. Tayshaun Walt number to 299 for Philadelphia. And we got a random backwards card. Oh wow, got a second auto. I sort of think that means we're going to get 7 autos instead of 6, which certainly can happen. Unfortunately, it's another Farkin pitcher. He's not one of the pitchers we got before, is he? No. I know I've seen his name before. I think we got like his base card. I kind of want to see. Well, they do have the bio info on the back. But I feel like there might be more on a base card. But I'm probably wrong. I don't actually see too much bio information on the base card, so let's just read what this says. Alright, Ront Cooler, probably after he was a 271 ERA for Campbell in 2023. Atlanta drafted the righty, knowing it would be tough for him to replicate such a low mark in the pros. The team was right. He was even better. Oh, wow. Kicking off his first full season in Class A, Augusta, the righty crafted 252 ERA before getting bumped to high A Rome. Okay. Yeah. Connor Norby in our last pack. So, yeah, so we have 6 autos, I think, right now, right? Let's check real quick. And we should get 1 out of the last pack, I would think. I just think some boxes are going to have 7 autos. Some are going to have 6, and that's all there is to it. And yeah, I mean, we now have, I think, we have more pitcher autos than... Oh, wait a minute. Wow. You know, the first 2 were split. So we got 4 pitcher autos and 1 player, or position player auto, so that's pretty crappy. Now again, you can't extrapolate much from one box, but this would make me think there's too many pitcher autos in this product. And that's a good way to kill the value. And also, what the hell? Why do we only have 5 autos? I don't know what I'm doing. Did we not get 2 in one pack? I thought we did. I don't know. I'm just out of sorts here, guys. I'm lost. I guess we have the right number of autos then, so far for the packs we've opened. Oh, we got a pink. Alright, Mike Boevi. Not an auto. Zach Erhard. Pink, I'm thinking maybe that's pretty low numbered. Yeah, not bad, 79. I was hoping that was the auto, but... Alright, Roman Anthony for Boston. He's a pretty good name. I would love to have had a good card of him, but... Chase Burns. Okay, and our last... That's funny because at some point the autos turn backwards. So, thank God it's not another pitcher. It is Kevin Sim and another one of these purples. Those are at 149, no, 125. So, Anthony Gott and Drew Hackerman. So we did, thank God, get another prospect or position player auto. Make sure I didn't miss any numbered cards. But yeah, 4 and 2 is not what you hope for in a box like this. I mean, I think you hope to get at least like 50% position player autos out of, 6 or any sufficiently large number, and we did not get that, so that's a bummer. But I don't know if anybody else opens any of this up. I was thinking I didn't want to show these on camera. I don't know why, but maybe you care to see them, so there they are. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I certainly satisfied my curiosity about like what this product was like. Unfortunately, I did not come away a fan of this stuff. So I will definitely not be opening any more or holding out much hope that, the sealed stuff goes up in value, but if nobody is interested in buying it, I will hang on to it like I typically do and hope that maybe somebody in this set, kind of blows up and maybe the value of the sealed goes up. So, yeah, I hope that was educational and possibly entertaining for those of you watching here. Did get a good number of numbered cards, but that's pretty common for any kind of prospect product from Panini, at least in baseball. Usually they put quite a large number of numbered cards in those kinds of products, and this is proving to be no exception. So that was our lowest numbered card to like 25, I believe. Such a strange die cut there. Oh, 35, sorry. I don't know, we might have had a 25 of something else. But there you have have it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know if you're interested in a box of this stuff. Maybe even if you want me to open one on a video for you, I could show everybody whether that, you know, sort of ratio of pitchers to prospect players holds true for a second box or not. But happy to ship that out to you and open if you prefer it that way as well. So just let me know in comments or shoot me an email at info@hotcardboard.com, and yeah, maybe I'll just get those up, those boxes on the site at some point here without anybody having to ask. Alright, that's what we have for today, folks. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Like I said, I hope to get more content out there, and again, it'll be, you know, kind of wacky stuff compared to opening hobby boxes of product, and that's just sort of the way it's going to probably be for a while, unless hobby boxes like get drastically cheaper. But I don't see that happen. So, all right, folks, catch y'all later. You have a great one. See you next time. Bye now.